Hey, welcome to the Drama Queen podcast. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about empowering female drummers through social media. And I have a special guest with me today. She's all the way from Melbourne, Australia, and she's an amazing drummer. And she runs a drumming account called Female Drummers Club, where she shared videos from a lot of different drummers of all levels from all over the world. And please welcome Sarah Crets. How's it going, mate?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. It's a a pleasure.
This is my first time having a guest in my podcast, so you're my first guest here.
Oh, wow. Oh, thanks very much. Feel very honored.
Yeah, you really are. You're such an inspiration to me. So I just feel like I want to have you in my podcast, like the first guest in
thanks.
my podcast.
That's amazing.
And also, like, this is actually our first time talking face to face, right? Because we're usually just talking through text. So I'm really excited to talk to you right now.
It is very exciting.
It is very exciting. Good to actually see your face. So
yeah. Oh, for your information, Sarah, aka Crets, is someone that I usually go to for advice, motivation, and encouragement on drumming, and pretty much on so many different things in life, like in many different aspects in life. So she's an amazing person. She is very wise and very humble and very kind. So I'm glad for knowing her. And also that Sarah, you can find Sarah on Instagram. Do you want to?
Yes.
Yeah. My Instagram handle is Crets, so CRETS_drums, and then the letter 10. So Crets_drums.
Okay.
Is my Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Sarah also makes some drum covers on YouTube. So I will write down all of Sarah's videos and Instagram, all of her social media in the description below.
Oh, wicked. Thank you.
Let's get started, shall we?
Cool.
So let's just like talk about yourself a little bit. Like tell us about yourself.
Cool. Well, I grew up in a little island off the bottom of Tasmania. Off the bottom of Australia called Tasmania. I grew up in Hobart, which is the city. I started playing drums at school when I was probably about 15, but I'd never owned a drum kit. So I kind of stopped after high school. And then I moved to Melbourne probably 6 years ago. And yeah, then my best friend James, he's a drummer as well. He's also from Tassie. He got me back into it, gave me some lessons, and then I started getting lessons with Dan Kirby, which is really cool. He's the drummer for Bliss and Esso, Behind Crimson Eyes, and 28 Days, which is cool. So they're pretty big Australian bands. So yeah, I started with him probably mid-2018, I think. 2017 or 2018, I can't remember. And yeah, then I just got myself a kit and haven't really stopped, to be honest. So yeah, that's a bit about my background.
So how long have you been playing drums in total?
Well, if you don't count school, I would say almost three years. Yeah, 3 years since I started when I was in Melbourne. But yeah, there's that small period of time in high school I was self-taught. So yeah.
Not long, really.
Yeah. So do you take lessons with Dan Kirby or something?
Yes, yeah, so I do. He's my drum teacher. We're in lockdown in Melbourne at the moment because of COVID. So I haven't been able to do lessons for a few months, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, as soon as lockdown finishes, I'll be back there for sure. So
okay. Do you think that if I came to Melbourne one day, do you think that Dan Kirby would love to teach me some things? Because I saw him a lot.
So, yeah.
I saw him a lot on YouTube.
Yeah, he would definitely.
Wow, he's really great.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's so supportive, and he would definitely do a lesson with you for sure. Like, no questions asked. He would definitely be keen for that.
Right. So, and you're currently in a band called Analog Hope.
Yes.
Do I pronounce it correctly?
Yes.
Analog Hope. So, tell us about your band a
spot
little
on.
bit. And how are things going with your band? Like, especially with the COVID
things are going
thing.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's been hard during COVID, but so our band is a 3-piece. There's myself on the drums, Lachlan, who's a singer and lead guitarist, and then Jamie, who plays bass and also does some backing vocals. So Lachlan and I originally played in a different band that is no longer together, but we kept jamming together, which was cool. And then we started Analog Hope as a 2-piece. We kind of had these songs that we'd written together that were meant to be for our other band, but obviously they were broke up. So we started writing songs as a 2-piece, and then Lachlan's friend Jamie joined the band on bass, which just kind of took it to the next level, which is really cool. But yeah, in terms of lockdown, like they've been writing heaps of stuff together, like lots of guitar parts. And then once they've got something solid, they send it through to me, and I've been kind of like making notes on how I'd kind of play the song once I get back to a kit. But yeah, like other than that, like we were playing heaps of gigs. We released a EP, our debut EP earlier this year, which was cool, which is on Spotify and Apple Music and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at the moment. Hopefully recording more next year whenever we're available to. So
Sure. I'll also put the link down below for your band. It's on Spotify, right?
yeah, Spotify and Apple Music. And we're on all the socials as well. So yeah, you can find us anywhere really.
Awesome. So do you guys have any plan, like, so before the pandemic going, so we did not know that this whole thing happening right now. Before that, did you guys have any plans like going on a tour for 2020, or do you have like a lot of gigs coming up on 2020?
Yeah, well, we actually had planned to go down to Tassie, and we were going to play a show in Hobart and Launceston. That was meant to happen at the start of June, which is obviously when the first kind of lockdown began in Melbourne. So yeah, that got cancelled unfortunately, but we're hoping to reschedule that for next year sometime. Apart from that, like, we didn't have too many shows booked. I think we played our last show in March and didn't have anything else booked apart from the Tassie tour. But yeah, that was a bit sad that we didn't get to do that. But looking forward to doing it next year, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely this whole virus thing, it messed up with everything. It messed up with my plan as well.
What did you have planned? Did you have any gigs or anything planned?
Well, I do have a gig, like it's supposed to be on August. It should be like, I think it should be in Jakarta. So I live in Bandung. It's like 3 hours or 4 hours away from Jakarta. And my band's supposed to have a gig in Jakarta on August. But then, well, the pandemic happened. So yeah, we have to cancel everything. And also like all the stuff that's going on in my college, everything is also canceled. So now we're having like sort of like an online concert. But like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like online concert, like, what is this?
Oh, it's still pretty cool though that we've got the ability, to do stuff like this, like over the internet, Zoom, and then you can do your online concerts and stuff, it is cool that we have the ability to do that, because I can imagine even like 10, 20 years ago, like we'd just be stuck without anything.
To be honest.
Yeah, true.
So at least we have the ability to do that.
Yeah. So, like, what have you been up to lately? Like, what keep you busy? How's your drumming going? Like, I know that you are currently starting a new business and stuff like that, and you've been really busy with everything.
Yeah, almost too busy. Like, I hate being bored, I think. So when this lockdown started, I was like, I need a side hustle. So I work a full-time job from 7 a.m. till 3:40 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday, and quite often I'm doing overtime, so sometimes it's like 7 a.m. till 9 p.m., which is a very long slog. And then like straight after work, I allocate time to do some business stuff. So I run a clothing label called Happy Pessimist, which I'm wearing right now, so check them out. So I allocate probably 2 or 3 hours after work to, get orders together, get everything shipped out. And then after that, I'm also studying graphics design. So I spend a couple of hours doing that. And by that time, I'm absolutely wrecked and I'm in bed by 10 o'clock. So that's like, my jobs. But then at the moment, it's kind of hard because I live in an apartment. I can't really play drums, but I set up a pad and I've got just a practice pad on a snare stand, and then I've got some like snare solo stuff that I try and work through just to keep my hands going, and it's all I've been able to do really at the moment. But I'm about to move house next week and I'll have a garage, so fingers crossed I'll have the room to set up an actual kit, which will be lovely.
Congratulations on moving to a new house. Like
thank you.
I really want to have my own house, like seriously.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm so looking forward to it because currently like my apartment's like 2 bedrooms. We don't have an outside area. We've just got a little balcony. But yeah, the new house we're moving into is like 2-story house with a backyard and a garage and just so much stuff, And what I'm really looking forward to, this is showing how old I am, is the fact that we're going to have a linen cupboard. Because, like, right now we have no storage. So I'm like, yes, we have a linen cupboard. But yeah.
Right, yeah. But yeah, living in an apartment, I know, like, the struggle is real. Like, even though I live in a house with my parents, I used to have, like, a real drum set, like an acoustic drum set. But, like, I live in a complete different country and we have a complete different culture, so like whenever I play drums in the morning or even in the afternoon, like my neighbors will just like, oh, just stop playing drums, because I don't know, it's just like the house, I don't really know how to explain it. Like the houses in my country, like most of them, like they're attached to each other, so like each walls, like it's attached with each other. So like whenever I play drums, I know for sure that the sounds will just get through my neighbor's house. So like, okay, I just need to switch up to an electronic drum kit. Oh, and I remember you're ordering an electronic drum kit, right? Is it there yet?
No, not yet, because of like COVID and stuff. I guess electronic drums have become pretty popular because people just can't play acoustic drums in their house. So they were kind of all on back order, but I'm hoping in the next week or so it comes in. That would be really good, because then that would be perfect timing to set up in my new place and be actually like able to do some drum covers again, even if it's on an electric kit. So that'll be really good.
I'm really looking forward to seeing your new drum covers with that new drum kit. That'll be really awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait, actually. I think it's going to be pretty good. Something a bit different, So,
yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, let's talk about the main topic that we're going to talk about today, which is empowering female drummers through social media. So you're running an account called the Female Drummers Club on social media like Instagram and Facebook. Is there any other platform other than those two?
Not yet. It'll be like, I'm working on a website at the moment, but it's not quite finished, so I haven't really promoted it much yet. But once it's finished, I'm going to be doing interviews and stuff, probably at the moment, probably written interviews, but potentially face-to-face down the track. But yeah, it's mainly Instagram that I run it on, just because Facebook's really hard to get traffic, and views and stuff. So we have a Facebook account, but definitely Instagram is the main one for that, which is cool. Everyone's getting around it, which is really cool.
Right, yeah. So like, what was the idea of starting that account? Like, what motivates or inspires you to start that account? Like, what's your goal? Like, what do you want to achieve with that? Because I know that you're doing it for free. Like,
Yes.
you're not charging anyone a single dollar just to get featured on your account. So that's like, interesting.
Yeah, well, I think I started just because, without like naming any other accounts, there's tons out there that will charge you for features. And I'm just like, like, I get that they have a lot of followers and a lot of interest, but it just doesn't seem right to make people fork out money just for you to post on your account. And like, tons of people don't have money. So I kind of just wanted to create a platform where, you know, people can share their content and like for free, and, you know, hopefully it gets noticed and picked up by someone. Because that's how I've, you know, received a few gigs, is like when I created my drumming account, I'd post videos and I'd post my drum covers, and I got, like, that's how I got picked up for my current band. So, you know, if I can do the same for other people, then that's awesome to me. So yeah.
That's just really great. Like, you're just literally like supporting other female drummers, and it's not about business for you. Like, you just don't really care.
Yeah.
You don't want to charge them a single dollar for it, because you just want to support them. You want them like to just stand out in the social media. And also, like, I know that there are some accounts out there that feature like some drummers as well on the internet, but they're like, as far as I'm concerned, that mostly they're just featuring like drummers that are kind of like in intermediate to advanced level. Really? Or not really?
Yeah.
I don't really remember. Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think so as well. And I think some accounts will just post like a certain type of drummer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I think it's cool for everyone to sort of dress however they want to. But, like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's
some accounts will
feature people that are sort of intentionally wearing, like, more minimal clothing, you know?
Oh my God, yes.
Like that.
Yes.
Without like
you can everyone should be able to wear exactly what they want to and not be judged for that, obviously. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just something I've noticed. But yeah, for my account, I'm like, I will feature anyone that's female or femme identifying, and of all skill levels. Like, I don't think it should just be a specific type of drummer. I'm just trying to get as many people on there as I can, because it makes people feel really good as well. So, you know, if I can give them a bit of hope and a bit of, you know, encouragement, then why not?
Yeah.
And like, you know, the drumming community is so supportive as well. So everyone gets around everyone, which is cool.
Exactly. Oh my God, we're actually like, we're in the same page about that thing. Like, there are just some female drummers who are intentionally wearing a very minimal clothing, which, I agree that you're allowed to dress a certain way. You're allowed to dress like however you want to. But like, I noticed that a lot of female drummers are just dressing like very minimal like that because they just want to gain views. They just want to be famous. And I'm telling you, if you're searching up on YouTube female drummers, just the keyword is female drummer, you will see like a bunch of female drummers that showed up right there. I was like, oh my goodness. I just can't stand looking at those thumbnails, and I was like, oh my God, like those are a very minimalist clothing. Like, they're just even wearing bra. Like, oh my God.
I mean, like, everyone has their own style, but it's like you shouldn't feel like you have to dress that way if that's the only, like, you know, intention. Like, there's plenty of good drummers out there, and I think the skill is the most important thing.
True. Like, look at Anika Niles. Do you know Anika Niles? I'm sure I know her.
Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one of the best German drummers.
Yeah, true.
She's incredible.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't really have to dress a certain way just to get views, but like her skill really talk about it. Like really, it's all about her skills and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, she loves playing in fives and subdivisions and all that. And do you reckon, like, this is a very big generalization, but does like every German drummer play with like dry minor cymbals?
Oh my God,
You notice
yes.
that?
Yeah, I do notice that. Or maybe
Nah, I love it though.
maybe it's because I'm what is it like minor? I think it's like original from German. I think from German.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, yeah. Nah, that was more just a joke, but like, it's definitely something I notice.
Yeah.
But mine
Yeah.
were great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you're also endorsed by what's it called, Saltone? Or you still
Yeah,
Yeah,
endorsed
Soul
by?
Twin Cymbals. Yes, I am. And they're very supportive as well, which is cool. They have some excellent cymbals, which is great. And I'm also endorsed by Big Sound Percussion, which is an Australian, so a Melbourne-based drumstick company
As
as
Oh,
well.
well.
that's awesome.
So
Yeah. Which is
Okay,
cool.
here's a funny story. Back then, when I was 14, like, I mean, obviously, I was still very young, like 14, and I was still in middle school, or you called it secondary school. I was
Yeah.
probably like in year 9 or year 8. I don't remember. I was in
Yeah.
middle school, and I applied for an endorsement to Saltone Cymbals. But little did they
Yeah.
know that they're actually receiving an email from a 14-year-old requesting for an endorsement. And I'm like, I'm just nobody. I don't really have any bands. I don't play on gigs that often. And then they
Yeah.
replied back to me. They sent me an email like, hey, thank you for applying, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, we would love to have you in the family to be like one of our artists, but they're actually just offering not a full endorsement so that I don't get
Yeah.
like 100% like free stuff. I mean, duh, obviously, because I'm not famous, but they gave me a semi endorsement. They only have like a few percents off for every,
Yeah.
yeah, for every purchase. And I was like, well, because I was 14 and young and so dumb at that time, so I was only expecting an endorsement, like full endorsement, and get free stuff. When Saltone replied back to me like that, I was like, no, I can't do that. I just want to get like free stuff. And so like I emailed back to them like, hi, I'm really sorry about it, but I cannot take the offer to be part of your family, like part of your artist and stuff like that. I'm really sorry about that. I'm just a student. I'm only 14 years old. I'm still living with my parents. I don't have any money, so I can't afford it. I was like, oh my God, that was so embarrassing.
Oh, look, it's one of those things, like when you apply for your first one, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what the go is. You're just like, oh, will I get like free stuff now? Like, but nah, doesn't really work like that. You got to kind of work your way up. Like they'll always put you on the lowest kind of tier. And then, once you gain popularity, it's kind of like it's a two-way street, I guess. They will provide you with, a discount or free if you're promoting their products and your videos. And I guess it's one of those things, you got to build a relationship with the company before they kind of go further, which is fine. Like it's to be expected, I guess. But yeah.
Right. Oh, also, to anyone who listens to this right now, or you're watching this on YouTube, if you want to get featured and you are a female or you're identifying yourself as a female drummer, go follow Female Drummers Club. I'll also put that Instagram in the link, in the description. And if you want to get featured, you can just like read everything in that account. Like you have the rules there on how to get featured, right? Yeah, just go check out their accounts and just read the rules, and it's pretty easy to get featured there. Like you don't really have to worry about having to pay for anything. So yeah, go follow Female Drummers Club.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, like all we ask is tag us in the video and use the hashtag Female Drummers Club, just because like I get a lot of DMs, which is awesome. But I tend to miss a lot of them just because like I schedule a week's worth of posts, and I know I'll go through the hashtag, I'll go through all the tagged videos, and like you will definitely get featured if you tag us in a video. It's just a matter of me being able to get through them all and putting them up. So it could be, it could be the same week, could be the week after, but it'll get there for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Absolutely. I don't remember how many times I've got featured in your account. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm so happy.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
So
yeah, I think I've put 2 of your videos up, but it will definitely more will come for sure. It's just like trying to reach the widest amount of audience as possible.
Of course.
Yeah, but I think
people are getting around it, which is really, really cool. And I think people appreciate that I'm not trying to charge people for stuff. Like it's not a business to me, It's like, it's a community.
True, yeah. So like, what do you think of the drumming world today, especially among the female drummers?
Well, in what way? Like,
Well, I'm not really sure either, but like, what do you think? What do you think about it?
well, I think in general, like there's tons of amazing talent out there, and it's really encouraging to see more and more people, more and more females particularly get, jumping on social media, creating their account. Like hopefully, if people stumble across my account, there'll be some inspiration on there from other drummers. And I think that in such a sort of male-dominated industry, I guess, it's really, really cool to see females putting themselves out there and getting around it. Like, there's so much room for more female drummers, and we need it. So if you're thinking about picking up the sticks and giving it a go, just do it. Like, you got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
We're all going to start somewhere. So, yeah.
Do you know there is this a drum competition called Hit Like a Girl?
Yes, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So Hit Like Girl, I think that's also a really great platform for female drummers to stand out, because they're just like creating a competitions, and they only allowed like only girls who can join the competition, which is cool, which is great.
That's very cool. I love what they're doing. Yeah, no, I love that. It's honestly brilliant. Like, I've been on their website and seen some of their submissions and stuff, and there's some absolute talent out there, that's for sure. So they're doing a really good thing there.
Yeah, and the champion for this year for the junior category, I'm not really sure if she's really the champion for only the junior category or she's also a champion worldwide, but she's my friend. And I think she's only 13 or 12, which is really great.
Wow, that's awesome. So much young talent.
Exactly. And I found, like, if you notice it, but in my country, in Indonesia, there are just a bunch of young drummers out there, a lot of female drummers out there, and most of them are like, they're probably only about 12, 13 years old, or even younger than that. And when I saw their skill, oh my gosh, they can play the drums so much better than I am.
Oh, but it's crazy how good people are. Like, it's almost like makes me sick how good people are.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome though. And like to see so much young talent, like that, what's her name? I can't remember her name. I'd have to look it up. But she did like a drum duel with the Foo Fighters drummer. Oh, what's her name? I'm just going on my Instagram to find her. Sorry.
Yeah. Take your time. I'm also looking for her.
I've definitely featured her. Here she is. Nandi Bushell.
Ah, no, I don't know her.
Mandy. Yeah, she's got this cool as like black kit, and yeah, she's going crazy. Like she's viral, that girl, and she's incredible, an incredible young drummer. So I can't wait to see how she progresses.
You know,
How old is
when
she?
she
I feel like she's only like 12 or 13 or something. I can't say for sure, but I think she's around that age. And oh my goodness, like incredible.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I feel really jealous, or sometimes I feel a little bit envious, like looking at those young, talented female drummers. I was like, how did you guys do that? Like, when I was your
Oh,
age, I did not get the chance to even play like crazy drumming like that.
I know. But I mean, it's easy to sit there and say, like, oh, I wish I'd started earlier. I wish I did that. I wish I did this. But we're all sort of at like everything. I just am one of those people who think everything happens for a reason in life. And you
True.
probably had other stuff going on then. And, you know, if you'd think, like, maybe if you'd started back then, like, would you still be playing now? Like, are there other aspects of your life you wouldn't, you know, you would have missed out on? Like, I
I
Yeah,
think
think it's important to remember that we're doing this now. What we do now is important, not what we could have done, you know?
true. Yeah.
um
Yeah.
So that's just my perspective on it.
Do you also believe that everybody has got their own timeline? Do you believe
yeah,
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. There's like, I don't think if you don't, like, if you force something that you perhaps aren't ready for or not like 100% invested in, like it's probably not going to turn out that well. So if you are going at your own pace and you're feeling like good and happy about it, then that's what's important. Like if you're just not in the headspace, like you shouldn't force yourself and make yourself think that, you know, you should be doing this or should be doing that, like, or you know, oh, I've wasted so much time, like I should be doing that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit unhealthy to think like that, I guess. You should just go at your own pace and do what makes you happy, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, how would you encourage female drummers to keep playing drums, especially that we've got the stigma or the stereotype that drums is a musical instrument typically for guys. So, how would you
Yeah.
encourage female drummers on that?
Oh, just don't listen to the guys that are telling you that. Just do it. Like, you know, if you go on social media, like, you know, my account or female drummers or any, you know, female drummer account, like you can get some real inspiration from that. And I reckon there's no better time than now to do it. If you're just thinking about picking up the drums, find someone good who you can get lessons with. You know, just just do it. Like, you know,
Yeah,
you may as well take the risk because you can either try and realize it's not for you, or you can do nothing and be in exactly the same position as you were before. So, you know, if you're worried about what people will think, just you've got to try block them out and just do, you know, play what makes you happy, learn what makes you happy. And then when you know, if you're confident enough, like share it with the world because the drumming community is so supportive, male and female, like so supportive. So you know, you haven't got much to lose, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for drummers, especially for females who want to start playing drums?
um, Definitely get lessons. It's so important to learn to read. Like I was very lucky that I was being taught by experienced drummers who are like, you need to learn to read straight away, and so you can relate to what you're doing a bit better. So I would say definitely learn the right way, which is reading, rudiments, all the boring stuff, because you know you need the foundations to build a house. So do the boring stuff, but also have fun while you're doing it. You know, like listen to music and things you've learnt. You'll start to hear in songs that you never realized were there before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like
You know, get a good teacher, and just have fun with it. Like it doesn't have to be all, you know, hard work. Just just have fun is all I can say, you know. And yeah, it'll go from there. Like for me personally, like I latched onto it straight away. I was like, this is the best. And I didn't think that I could play the drums. And like when I started, I was terrible. But everyone's terrible when they start. So just, you know,
If you get on the kit and you're not very good,
just keep going because you'll get good. You know, you learn and you become a better drummer. So yeah, just give it a crack.
For sure. And you know, when you said like try to learn all the boring stuff, I feel attacked that.
Yeah, you didn't learn the boring stuff, did you? But no, you're a great drummer, so
look, it's not for everyone. And like honestly,
look, if you don't like to do the boring stuff, then don't worry about it. But I think it's definitely an incredible help.
And we'll
I'm telling you
advance your playing a
something.
lot.
I'm really bad at sight reading.
Oh yeah, look, I think I would be too if it wasn't forced upon me, like on day one, you know. But because it was, I can now look at a piece of music and like it still takes me, you know, a few minutes to work it out and how it should sound, but I can read it pretty well. And I think it's a big advantage because, you know, it just helps.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, do you know the what's it called? Pat book? The Pat book by Annika Niles?
I've seen it. I haven't got it, but I have seen it advertised and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm so interested in buying that, but I was also thinking like, but I'm really bad at sight reading. I'm afraid like if I bought that and then all of a sudden like in the middle of the road, I just stop learning from that book and stop playing from that book as well. So I was like, should I really try to spend like I don't know like 30 euros for that or
Yeah. I mean, you could take it to your teacher because you get drum lessons, don't you?
Do you
not
have a drum
anymore.
teacher?
Yeah, okay. I was going to say you could take it to them, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those things like it can be very hard to comprehend without someone showing you, especially if you don't know the basics. But I mean, you could just give it a go. Just buy it and give it a go. And you know, if you get stuck with something, like you know, you're more than welcome to send a photo to me, and I can try to help you. Like,
Sure.
You know, there's
definitely plenty of ways around it, I think.
Yeah, sounds good. Anyways, my birthday is on January 21st, so if there's really anybody who wants to send me a present, maybe you can try to send me a bad book.
I love that. Very subtle. Hint, hint. No, that's great.
Well, okay. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, Crets? Is there anything that you want to say or whatever?
Oh, not really. I mean, just like happy drumming, I guess.
like
Keep up the good work, you know.
Do you have anything else to do after this podcast?
Yeah, pack up. So as I said, I'm moving house next week. So I've got a lot of packing to do. Got a bit more study to do, so it'll be pretty much back on the grind straight after this.
Well, break a leg.
Yeah, I'll try not to. Cheers. Nah. Yeah.
You don't have any one last word or one last message that you want to address or anything?
I suppose in terms of a bit of a plug, like check out Female Drummers Club, check out my brand that's just launched. Check out my band. Yeah, we're kind of everywhere. Shout out to Dan Kirby, obviously, who's been a massive inspiration and massive support. Definitely check him out. Incredible drummer, super supportive. Get around him. And thank you so much to everyone who's got around the Female Drummers Club. Like it's very heartwarming, like to see how many people are enjoying it and have messaged me personally to say like what you're doing is amazing, and it really gives me the motivation to keep on going with that. So thank you is all I have to say about that.
Yeah, keep going, girl.
Keep the videos coming.
keep the videos coming. Like I watch all of them and I love seeing them, and you know, I'll get to put them all up eventually. So keep them coming.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, okay. I think that's all for this episode. And thank you so much, Sarah, for joining me today. And it's been real nice
No
talking
problem.
with you and having you here in the podcast. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the Drama Queen podcast. If you have any suggestion, comments, requests, or you just want to talk to me, feel free to follow me on Instagram. And I'll also make a drum covers on YouTube. I will write down all of my social media in the description below. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to the Drama Queen podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.